Yep.
You are live. You know what? I hope they start it like Facebook now or Zoom now. You hear this. This meeting is being recorded, and everybody hears that. So I think we should send a suggestion in to the StreamYard people and say we need it to say you are live.
Kind of like the "You Got Mail."
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly like that, Vern. I like that. I remember that the movie. You remember the movie about
Yeah.
You Get Mail? Yeah, me too. Me too. So welcome. This is Sandy and Friends, and we're going to have fun this afternoon, just talking about friends and what we're doing, and especially this is a great time to talk about because we have the holiday weekend coming up, and I. So I think that one of the funniest things I've ever heard is we were watching. One of the British shows. Oh, I forgot what it was. Which one? The one that has the lady, the grandmother that's so prim and proper, and
Downtown Abbey.
Downton Abbey. Yeah,
Abbey.
we were watching that, and so some people were there visiting, and they were talking about their weekend plans. And she leaned over to her the person next to her, and tapped her, and she goes, "Excuse me, but what's a weekend?" And David and I just cracked up on that. So I put a note in. My family has a group, I put a note there this morning, and I'm like, wow, we're heading into a 3-day weekend. And then my sister, who's been retired longer than I, and I put, Brenda, what's a weekend?
Oh,
Hey, those of you that still look forward to days off work.
Sure, rub it in.
Yeah, I'm going to rub it in. Like tomorrow will be no different than today, other than tomorrow I actually have to get dressed because Amy's got a book launch.
She does. I booked her. I had to book her in advance.
So I have to get dressed. But getting dressed to be on Zoom and getting dressed to go out is two different things.
Yes. Really, you just need the top part.
Yes, we need the top part. Yeah. And makeup has become a 5-minute job.
Girl, yes. Oh, yes. 5 minutes.
What is that?
What is that? I know. I know. I do still put on a little. It's funny because my Mary Kay person, I told her, I said, I don't even need the makeup, the foundation anymore. Just give me that mineral powder, and I can just woohoo that on in 2 seconds, and I am ready to go.
Nice. I love it.
So, and here we are. So, what are your plans? We just put it in the comments. What are your plans for this 4th of July, quote unquote, weekend? What are you planning to do? And how are you inviting friends to do it with you? I can remember I wouldn't ever go through a weekend, a holiday weekend especially, without having friends over. It just seemed like, okay, this is the time we can get together. We don't have any other time, but for a holiday weekend, we can get together with friends.
You're way too social. I am anti-social. So we're not going to have anybody over. We're not going to, we're not going to be with any people. We're going to watch the Capitol 4th because I always love to watch that one, especially because they end with the 1812 overture and the cannons going off and stuff. I really love the cannons.
I'm not familiar with that. So what is it?
No.
Oh my God, y'all have to watch it. I think, so I believe it's the Boston Pops that are the orchestra that plays all the music for the Capitol 4th, and they have like different singers that come in and they sing, of course, all the traditional patriotic songs, which gives me a chance to remember what they are and recall those words from when we were in school. And they just have different songs and stuff, and then at the end they have the fireworks and the 1812 overture and the cannons go off. And
where do you see that? How do you see that?
I love it.
It's usually like on ABC.
Ah, okay. I'll have to check it out.
On your TV guide for the Capitol 4th. That's what it's called.
Capitol 4th. Yeah. Are you familiar with that, Alicia?
I knew that it existed, but I haven't really watched it because, I think once you've seen one firework, you've pretty much seen them all.
Now that is very funny to hear you say that, Alicia. So, okay, Amy and I will be the social people for this.
I was gonna say, Fern's just saving her social skills because that girl's got so many damn Comic Cons coming up. She's got to be social for those, so that means she needs to not be social for a little bit. And power to you, power to you. I support you.
You know us introverted people
who
have to put on this extroverted outfit to take it outside and build platforms and sell books. Yeah, we need to reserve energies, man. We need to reserve energies. But I am planning the next weekend some fun stuff for my birthday because that's coming up. So
your birthday's coming up. And by the way, Amy just had hers day before yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you.
So,
for your birthday,
huh?
What'd you do for your birthday?
I didn't do anything for my birthday. It was a Wednesday.
What did you do this weekend?
Okay, the real question: what did John do?
We didn't do anything for my birthday.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me give you guys something because I've been giving him hell for this, and so I think it's funny, and it goes with girl chat. Would you like to know what my birthday gift was from my husband?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I laughed just thinking about it. My husband gave me a damn toothbrush for my birthday. Okay? That's what I got. I got a toothbrush for my birthday.
Was it an electric toothbrush?
And let me tell you why I got it. Okay? I got a new toothbrush because my husband's tired of buying different toothbrush heads, so I got the same toothbrush as him, but a different color. So he didn't have to buy two heads. I was like, I hate you so much right now. Who gives their wife a toothbrush for their damn birthday? Anyways,
apparently your husband does.
My husband, the practical one, gives me a damn toothbrush. I did get this new headset because he was tired of hearing my kids in the background. So he did give me a new headset. And then for our anniversary, which was on the 17th, I did get a gift card or whatever to go get a foot massage because he hates giving me those. So I did get all of that, but it was just like a damn toothbrush. Like, who thinks of that? So naturally, I'm just like, ooh, we know what your birthday gift is. I'm gonna get you a different toothbrush so you still have to buy different heads. Now it's like a running joke. It's like, who does that in their right mind? I'm like,
I'll tell you who does that. A practical engineer husband.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, so then he tried to compare Father's Day. So for Father's Day, I got him a really nice shave kit because he has to be clean shaven for work. So it had like the little brush that you put it on and like a really nice razor. I mean, it was nice, right? He's like, who gives their husband a shaving kit for Father's Day? I'm like, a badass wife does that. Like, I don't know who else doesn't do that. Like, you have to shave every day. So he just was feeling bad about the toothbrush situation and was trying to come back at me. But his birthday is on Tuesday. And I was like, let's just wait and see what you get. So it's just
that is so funny. I do remember those days. David and I have been married long enough that we're like, okay, go get whatever you want for your birthday. But
you know how all you guys were speechless when I said toothbrush because all you guys were like, oh no, that's not. She's joking. You were all like, she's joking. He didn't really do that. Not Josh. Yes, okay, I'm not joking. That's totally what that man did. But, it's the thought that counts because he also got me a birthday cake and it's a tres leches cake. I'm lactose intolerant and cannot have that. So I didn't get to eat my own birthday cake. him and my kids got to eat the cake. You're just failing on all cylinders, man. I was like, but it's the thought that counts. Really,
okay, wait. He didn't realize you were lactose intolerant?
He knows it. He just didn't want to get a whole cake because, it's Josh.
Anytime anyone has to think of, okay, all the different things to make it to justify it. They didn't think about it, and they did the wrong thing.
Okay,
I've just been laughing at him. I couldn't help it. I was like, "Hey, how was that birthday cake? Did you like it?" Like, oh my god, it's just crying. But then I told him, I was like, "I'm just making fun of you. It's the thought that counts and the effort you put in behind it."
No. You didn't get attacked on that. Come on. No.
You know what? You'll get tired of saying it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, he tried really hard. Like, I cooked dinner, but it was only because if I let him cook dinner, Lord knows what we would have been having. Okay, so
Amy,
Amy,
how many restaurants are there in Bryan College Station area that could cook
Cindy,
you?
but you understand, I have 2 kids under 2, so to go to a restaurant is literally bringing a hurricane in there.
Having them deliver it or something.
No.
Alicia was like,
DoorDash.
takeout.
Yeah, no. Okay, let me give you guys an insight. My husband is cheap as hell. Okay, and so he's not going to pay DoorDash. I will during the day when he ain't home. I will. But when he's home, it's like, I can just drive and go pick it up. We don't have to have it delivered. You want to pay that delivery fee? And I'm like, hell yes, I do. I don't want to get in my car. It's just one of those things. But this is like, we're friend talking. So I'm doing that. Now, I love my husband dearly. And I know there's guys out there that
And I know you do. And I love your husband dearly. And I mean, but honestly, he needs somebody to like give him a few lessons.
Oh, my dad was like, Amy, have him call me.
Yes. I mean, the thing about men is that they really do need training. They really do.
This boy has known me for 8 years. He's never seen me eat a damn tres leches cake. I can't have it. I mean, I was like, it's the gift that keeps on giving. I can't have that. Like, no, okay? And he just was like, yeah, I admit I wasn't thinking on that one. And I was like, okay, what about this toothbrush? You needed a new toothbrush. I didn't want to keep buying separate heads. So it's like, oh my God. That is your reasoning. Anyway, so I've given him hell since Wednesday, and it's just fun for me. I can't help it. It's just, he's easy to make fun of because I don't know any man in their right mind that would think of a birthday gift as a toothbrush or whatever.
No,
well, at least he didn't give you like the free toothbrush that you get from the dentist. There you
go. I like it. That is a positive note. But if there are men listening that are married, do not get your significant other a toothbrush for their birthday. Okay? Like, you will not ever live that down. Don't do it.
No, Josh will never live that down. I couldn't see Josh.
Well, that boy, I don't understand. But it was a good day. My kids behaved. They went down a little easy for a nap. We moved Meadow into a toddler bed. And then, I want to say she's housebroken, but I guess that's probably she's not. It's on a good day when she wants to, and then the days she chooses not to, she just hates everybody. So, she's very much me to a T. She's 2 going on like 15, you guys. But no, it was a very nice day. I did love it.
Alicia, what are you doing this weekend?
Trying to stay dry. It's supposed to be pretty soggy.
It is, yeah.
Makes me happy because maybe we won't have all the yahoos in the neighborhood shooting off fireworks and terrifying my poor dog. So.
Yeah. We live on a dead-end street. I mean, behind us, there's nothing. So that is the place that this whole neighborhood goes to shoot off fireworks. And yeah, my dogs, we have to hold them the entire night because they will not get down. They're terrified. They won't go outside, out back. So I have to take them out front, which there's no fenced in area out front. So we have to stay out there and watch them. But anyway, it's inconvenient, but yeah, we have the same thing with fireworks. So are you having people? So you're not having people over or anything, then, Fern, right? You're just okay. So all of us are going to be pretty antisocial for this.
That's okay. I like it. Good thing. We don't have to be social all the time.
You what, Amy?
We don't have to be social all the time.
No, we don't.
We're good.
And I don't know, is it a carryover, you think, from having to stay in for the last year and a half? That, I mean, honestly, just getting dressed to do and go out just does not appeal to me anymore.
Well, not for me, y'all. Not for me. I mean, to be honest, like every 4th of July has pretty much been the same. I mean, we just hang out in the living room, and we usually have hot dogs because, it's an American thing. And we eat hot dogs, and we, watch the Capitol 4th, and we sing along, and we try to remember all the words. Every year it gets a little harder to remember some of the patriotic songs, but it's really fun. I mean, the traditional ones, and then just watch the different performers. They always have really good performers singing, classical stuff, newer stuff, oldies, and it's nice. And we just watch the other people, the people that are out there on the lawn, there in wherever. I don't know where it's. I guess it's in Boston. I don't know. Because I guess it would be in Boston because they have the Boston Pops. But so they're like in an outdoor space, and I always think to myself, "Good grief, all those bugs." I'm so glad I'm watching it indoors. And
that would be the first thing that comes to Fern's mind is bugs. Yeah,
yeah, it's terrible. It's like outdoors. I would be like, "Oh no, I need to get out of here because there's bugs." That's the only downside to Miller Outdoor Theater is the bugs.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm looking online now at the Capitol 4th, and yes, it's a PBS. I didn't realize it, so it's on.
Yes, okay. I knew it was somewhere. It's somewhere.
One of those 3-letter channels.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
But it sounds like they're featuring Jimmy Buffett, Gladys Knight, Alan Jackson. Wow, there's some pretty big names in there that'll be performing, and this is the 41st annual broadcast of a Capitol 4th. Mm-hmm. It's interesting because I never have ever heard of it even. Mm-hmm. So
Neil Diamond has done several of them, because he has a beautiful song about coming to America, and they usually do the Lee Greenwood song,
Yep, I love that song.
And they I think John Stamos is the one that hosts it with some other lady.
Well, yeah, Vanessa Williams is hosting.
Yeah. So he and Vanessa Williams, I knew it was a woman, but I didn't really pay attention to that because, John Stamos.
John Stamos is definitely going to be there.
I'm not into women, so I'm just paying attention to
Yeah, I know. So, wow, that is very interesting. I will have to definitely watch that because I've never have watched it before or anything. So, so yay. And that will be on Monday?
No, it's on the 4th. It's on
Sunday.
Oh, on Sunday. That's right. Sunday's the 4th. We're just getting off an extra day.
I think it starts at 7. They start around.
It's 7 our time because it's 8 Eastern time. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it starts at 7, and so the first few numbers are they're still light out, and then it gets darker, and then and then it ends with the wonderful fireworks, which is really the only way I need to see fireworks. I don't need to see them live, and I'm hoping that in this area of town we don't have that many because they do freak out the puppies.
Yeah.
Well, if it was like Gandalf fireworks, I mean, if Gandalf was doing the fireworks, I would be there. But.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a dragon-shaped firework?
I know. or a dragon in the sky blowing out the flames, and then the fireworks would come out. That would be really good.
What would be cool is if they were doing. I don't know if this was last year because time blends together for me, but they had the drones doing the shows instead of fireworks. Oh yeah. So I wonder if they, that would be cool to go see those in person instead of the fireworks because they're not loud.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like my sleep, so then I don't know. I get irritated when they're late at night. I'm like, dude. Come on.
Well, the really terrible ones are the fact that people don't just shoot them off on that day, right? They have to start shooting them off before, and days later they're still doing it, and it's it's for the day. It's celebrate, and then that's it.
Yeah,
your time to celebrate is now over.
Yeah, It's crazy the amount of money people were spend on fireworks, though. Like, I am just amazed that people will go and just drop like $1,000 on fireworks.
Mhm.
I'm like, man, $1,000 could go somewhere else than just in the sky as smoke. Like, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
just
you may
me.
as well set it on fire and watch the
Watch it burn.
And it's over within just a few minutes. All however many hundreds of dollars you spent, it's gone. I used to see my kids do that. They would go spend money, come back and shoot them off, and I'm like, oh my, all that money for that little bit of time. I mean, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool show, but I mean, there's a ton of like free shows,
Yes.
and like honestly, you're gonna have so many other people doing it that you could enjoy there for free. It's literally free entertainment,
And look at all the wonderful professional shows, right? Like the Capitol Fourth is one of them, but like in New York, they have fireworks set to go, and you can watch them live on TV. In Washington D.C., they have them. I mean, you could just watch and enjoy like professional people handling the business, so nobody ends up losing fingers, or burning their face or whatever, and scaring everybody and possibly even burning houses. I mean, seriously, I don't know. To me, it's just like, why are we, putting everything at risk over, 2 seconds of pop? There it went.
Yeah.
Brian is like, we're closet pyros.
That is true. That's true. That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's cool to see things be light on fire and blow up, But I mean,
and Brian, I wonder, Brian lives on a beautiful lake now. So are you guys having fireworks on the lake? Because you could just sit out in your yard and watch them. I mean, his yard faces the water. So it's beautiful.
Nice.
It is very nice, very nice. A little far out for me, but he's younger, much younger, and can travel to come in and see all the stuff that's going on. But anyway, Brian, let us know if you're going to be able to watch fireworks from your patio, actually, or front yard. And it's good to hear from you, Brian, one of our friends. So I just love friends.
So Alicia, what do you guys do for the 4th of July?
We used to do a lot more when the kids were little. Now, like, Kimberly would rather go do stuff with her friends, and Alex is just like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out in my room and do my own stuff. But we used to, when they were smaller, they have that huge thing at Katy Mills Mall. So, it's apartments now, I believe. But there was kind of like, so there was apartments over here, but there was a big empty lot that was kind of across the street from the mall. So you could park on like the little side street and set out your lawn chairs. And I mean, there was tons of people that sat out there. And I mean, after the last time we went, they actually had somebody with a little cart that was selling like water and the little glow sticks and stuff like that. But then you're already on the road and the traffic isn't nearly as bad. Because the first time we ever went to Katy Mills Mall, we parked in the parking lot, and it took us 2 hours to get home.
Oh my God.
Katy Mills Mall was like 20 minutes from my house. But and so we'd bring friends, and so the kids would have their friends, and then we watch the fireworks and then get in the car and go home. And now it's just they have other things they want to do, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Alex is studying to get his learner's permit. He's got to take his test because he's got his appointment on Tuesday. So,
yeah, that's interesting. Like like Amy, your babies are babies, Yeah. And how interesting how things change and traditions change in families. Like when they're little, you do certain things with them, and then as they kind of go out of it, things kind of go away. Because I know that was the case, with us for like a lot of Christmas time and things like that, where we used to do a lot of stuff that we don't do anymore. Because, I mean, we're older now, we're not into that.
You don't get taken with Santa anymore?
We don't. But I'm thoroughly thinking of going to PetSmart one of these Christmases and taking Aria.
I've done that. I did that with my dogs. Oh my God, you should totally do it. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. Now my dogs did not, but I thoroughly loved it. Okay, they had matching sweaters on, and like Santa was holding them because they were little, and he would do one at a time. And then I'm pretty sure Hercules. Hercules was just, I love that dog, and that's my dog. Okay, like if he was a person, that would have been my person. He didn't like the Santa, so he peed on Santa. Like it just was a great experience, and I loved it. I was there for it, and I still have those photos up. Like, oh, you should totally do it. I highly recommend it. It's so great.
Yeah. I'm hoping she doesn't pee on him, though. I mean, I would be so embarrassed. I tried.
Well, okay, so the story was Santa was bringing Thor over to me. Thor was, I mean, he was the same size, but he was younger, so he's bringing him over to me. And Erkman got all pissed, and so just raised his leg and peed on his foot. And it was like one of those, like he had started, so if I had grabbed him, it would have been a lot worse. And so they were probably happy to see me go with my chihuahuas, okay? But it was just like, I don't know. It was so great because we did it at the PetSmart in Pearland is where I drove all the way out there to do it. And it was just so great. And Josh gave me, a ton of crap for it. He's like, why do they do matching sweaters? Why do they need blah, blah, blah? I'm like, it's the greatest photo ever. And so I highly recommend it. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So, like when I posted Aria in her sweater during the freeze, that first day when we were all excited because there was snow,
Yeah.
And I took her out with her sweater and took pictures. And somebody was like, she's a husky. She don't need a sweater. And I was like, yes, she does. That has nothing to do with the fact that she's a husky. She needs a sweater because mommy likes how she looks in a sweater. That's
yes, exactly.
Fur in.
Yes, it does. I tell you though, right now she's a dandelion. I mean, she's a whole field of dandelion. Poof, hair everywhere. It's awesome.
I would love that and hate that at the same time, but I would love it.
And, so, and she's shedding. So sometimes you see her little hair, instead of being very smooth, the little puffs are picking out. So you're like, okay, time to brush you. Because look, poofy, you're getting poofy. They're like little missiles. The missiles are loaded and they're ready to poop.
That's funny.
We have a little it's a D-bot, but it's like a little robot that vacuums every single day. And that little compartment, it's not a huge compartment, but it is stuffed with dog hair every single day. Because our dog is like we did a DNA profile on her, and she's supposed to have white German Shepherd, Chihuahua, Dachshund, and something they couldn't identify.
Oh my gosh. They couldn't identify? Oh Lord.
They said it's too mixed. We don't know. It might be Chow or something. We don't really know.
Where did you go to get that? Where did you go to get that done?
We got a kit off Amazon, and so basically we just kind of had to just scrape the inside of her cheek.
I'll have to do that for our dog. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Although I'm pretty sure.
Y'all, talking about dog DNA. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this yet, but so I'm dating this gentleman who's a private investigator, right, with the public defender's office. And he was telling me about this one case where they hired a lady to analyze some dog hair from a crime scene. And, I discovered that apparently, you cannot, it's not the same as with human DNA. Like, how you can see human DNA and like match it to that person. Apparently that's not the case with dogs. You can just get a general, like what breed it is and the area of the country where it would be, but it's not specific to that particular dog, which nuance the jury, clearly didn't catch. Because it was the kind of dog, but it,
couldn't prove it was that specific dog, yeah. And
so who knew that this was the case? I mean, I was so excited when I found that out. I was like,
That's good. That's good.
So Criminal Minds is lied to me. That's what it is. Criminal Minds is lying to me when they're like, no, it's this dog and it's this aggressive and it's deaf. Look, it's got blood on its tooth. They have lied. Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure if it has blood on its tooth, baby.
You don't know. And what if it killed a bird? It could have killed a bird. You don't know. I mean, it's just.
But if they do a DNA test on the blood,
I mean,
And
then
that's
you're like, it's all complicated. It's like, well, let's do this. And you're like, it's just a dog. You know, what if it was a snake? It could have been anything. I don't know how, like, in-depth you're going to get, but I don't know. That's just, you know, Criminal Minds and CSI and stuff. They're like, yeah, it was this. And look at how quick this DNA came back. And it's just like,
Yeah, it doesn't
wow.
work that way.
Now it's like, oh, man, my bubble's been popped. Oh.
Well, you should check out some of the fun courses that Alicia has done. I mean, you've done a lot of courses with like the FBI and the police and stuff lab because you write mysteries.
yeah, I haven't gotten to the FBI one, so it's really, really hard to get into because a lot of people want to do it and they're very selective on who they take. But I've done the Houston Citizens Police Academy, and I've done the DPS one. And our Constable 5 precinct just had one, but I wasn't able to do it at the time they had it. So I'll probably do that one at a different date, and I guess I'll keep trying to get into the FBI.
So
Yeah.
does that help you when you're working on your books as far as what you're going to either the plot or how the story develops? Does that help you?
It's not necessarily so much with the plot, but it's like details. Because one of the things, like with the Houston Citizens Police Academy, is that you're then qualified. You can be in the Houston Citizens Police Alumni Association.
Oh,
And so there's a lot of volunteer stuff that you get a chance to do. Like one of the things they do is feed the officer. So when they're doing DWI nights, no refusals weekend, you can. We've done lots. I've done ride-alongs and stuff like that. So
Oh my God.
Now, when you're doing that, you're just bringing them the food that somebody else cooked, right? They're not expecting you to cook because my food is terrible.
well, it's
No police officer will be happy to get any fern food. Let me just tell you.
So there are people who cook, but you can sign up and just bring like hamburger buns or bring lettuce or pickles
I'll bring
or
my
whatever.
famous baked beans. You take the can, you open it up, you put it in the pot. Yeah.
Yep. And they are famous. They're probably
It says
worldwide.
so on the can, right?
World famous. There's this dog that knows the secret recipe, but it's not talking.
Well, this has been so much fun. I love getting together. I mean, this is honestly one of the only times that Fern, you, and Amy and I get together to really just talk about.
We're asking Alicia.
And now Alicia, I mean, and honestly, Alicia, we never talked to you. I had no clue that you had done all these certifications, and I've never heard of the Citizens Police Academy. So, one of the things we've been doing in our retirement is binging on all these television shows, and we just finished watching like 10 seasons of Chicago PD. So, so
maybe it's time for you to check out Houston PD.
It may be. Now it's time to graduate from watching all these shows and go. I'll have to tell David. Did you know there's a Citizens Police Academy? We need to go sign up for that.
Nice.
Most larger jurisdictions have them. I mean, they probably have one in Bryan College Station, and you're in Pearland, Sandy.
No, I'm
in
in
that direction.
Cyprus.
Oh, okay. I know Jersey Village has one.
Okay, well then that would do. That was close enough. So yeah, okay, we'll check into that. Thank you for that. So it is. We are coming into the weekend where we celebrate the birthday of our country, and this is the time that I think all of us need to be very conscious about our country, what it stands for, the whole history, and anyway, it's a time to be praying for our nation for sure.
And the importance of fighting for what we are.
Yes, yes.
Keeping ourselves on the right track. Not letting other interests derail this nation. This nation is really amazing.
And I think it's time that we go back to what this country was founded on. And that was diversity. It was faith. It was loving one another.
Yes, the freedom to live your life and pursue happiness. Pursuit of happiness. And,
Yes.
And everybody being free to express themselves, to have your personal beliefs without imposing them legalistically on other people. Yes, I mean, just remember that because it is a social contract, right? I mean, in order for our society to survive, endure, and thrive, we need to respect each other. We need to really work together and just love each other.
And love each other.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think so. So pray for our nation. I think that's a good thing for us all to be doing. So thank you, Alicia, for joining us. We're going to send you the link every time from now on. And anytime you can be here, we'd love to have you. And
it's been fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So you guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you Monday morning for Author Talk because Russell is not going to be able to be there and he asked me to be on. So I'll see you on. Who's our guest on Monday, Amy? You know?
Yeah, so our guest is James Hill because his book launch is on July 6th.
Very good.
So his book launch will be the next day. It was Fern, but it's just James Hill.
Well, I mean, because we need to have good maps for, fantasy books. I mean, and so we can't just let books go out the door without proper maps. That's what I got to say on that.
Hey, I mad respect. I have mad respect for you. So, no, James Hill is on Author Talk Monday morning at 10 a.m. His book launch is Tuesday at 5 Central. 5 p.m. Central, not in the morning. We're not morning people, okay? Yeah. But I'm not a morning person. Maybe you guys are. I'm definitely not a morning person.
I'm up early in the morning, but I don't want to be on any kind of live broadcast.
I don't want to talk to people. I don't like people that early in the morning. I just don't. I don't like people. So.
You could have just left it with "I don't like people." Period.
I didn't want to come off as like, oh, Amy's a human hater. It's like, no, I just don't like people. I just don't.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.
Happy Independence Day.